This is the True American Podcast. I am so happy. I'm thrilled to death. My tech guy just picked up 2 podcasts. He's going to edit them and hopefully have them released by this coming week. One interview I did with Matt Singleton. He's running for the Board of Education. And then the other one is independent candidate who's running for the office of mayor. And I want to say this, folks. I want to say this real clearly. There is a candidate, independent candidate, who's running for mayor, and you have to hear what she has to say. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not endorsing her. I'm not opposing her. Here's what I'm saying. You better listen to her. You are not going to be an informed voter if you go to the polls and you say, I never did hear what Kunnecke said. I think her last name is spelled Kunnecke. Okay? Now you go to my website, booktalkwithcorbin.com, and you can pull up interview I've done with her. And also you can go to Spotify and put in the True American Podcast and check out my interviews of her there. Sometimes I'm going to be at my personal Facebook page, Corbin Sievers. I'll be posting some my interviews of her. Well, I've done just 2. So this is the second one I've done with her. And guys, I'm going to tell you this. Now, look, I'm voting Republican Party. I've been doing that for several years now. I'm clearly with the Republican Party. But I really was so thankful when a local guy did a mayor candidate forum. And on there was, I think, 2 independent candidates. Of course, the 2 major candidates, but an independent candidate. And the independent candidate, her last name again is Kunnecke. She made some statements I thought were pretty interesting. You know, at first I was thinking, she's independent, she's a protest candidate, she ain't nothing. But no, she said some things, I was like, oh, wait a minute. Then I saw some things on Facebook where people were saying, hey, they're trying to leave out the independent candidates. As an example, the Louisville Urban League that did a mayoral candidate did not invite the independent candidates. Now, I may be wrong in that. If I'm wrong in that, I wish somebody call me and correct me. I'll correct myself on my next podcast. But one of the independent candidates, Kunnecke, she's a black woman, but that's not why I'm interested in her. That's not why I'm really keen on learning more about her, what she's thinking, learning more about her background, what she's thinking, her policies. That's not it. It's her ideas. It's her experience. It's her vision. It's her leadership. I mean, it's amazing. I'm really intrigued. But the Louisville Urban League did not have her. I'm like, what? What's that about? Well, actually, we know what it's about. We know what it's about. If big boy, if one of the big boys is constantly putting money in your pocket, boy, you best not step out of line, boy. Okay? Do I have to remind you your name's not Kunta Kinte? It's Toby? Do I have to remind you of that? Don't make me do that. So, I'm not saying that to criticize the Louisville Urban League. I get that. Actually, I don't get it because I'm independent. But I get that. I'm not criticizing them, but I was very disappointed they didn't have her at that forum. Maybe they'll correct that error. And I hope they do. I really do. Honestly do. And I hope the NAACP does a mayoral candidate forum, and I hope they make sure that they have the independent candidates at least invite them, and definitely have Kunnecke on there. Because let me tell you, folks, you want to hear what she's got to say. You're not going to be an informed voter if you go to the polls in November and you haven't at least reviewed her website or going out to one of her public forums or anything like that, or listened to my interview of her. I guarantee that. I want to guarantee. I mean, there are a few guarantees in life. They said the only 2 guarantees in life is death and taxes. But here's one thing I come close to put on that list is, you want to be an informed voter? you better listen to what this candidate has to say. And I want to emphasize this too. She's not a protest candidate. She's running to win. She's ready to lead. She's running to win, and she's ready to lead. Kanucky. Check her out.